Hi, my name is Greg Crow-Hartman. I work at the Linux Foundation as a fellow. I'm a Linux kernel developer. I release the stable Linux kernels as well as doing other driver development. Linus releases development kernels about once every 3 months. I do the stable kernels about once every week. I got involved with Linux many years ago. I used to use it where I worked. I was a programmer. I wrote embedded devices, firmware for embedded devices. I had to interact my devices with all sorts of operating systems. Linux was just coming around. It was just getting USB support. I was creating a USB device. I had to get it to work. I contributed a patch to make a change and it was accepted. I was like, hey, that's great. Over time I submitted more and more patches and I wrote a driver for a device I had that Linux didn't support because I was using Linux on my own desktop. Suddenly, over time, I realized that more people were using my driver I wrote for free than anything I'd ever got paid for, because the companies I worked for never did very well. And the dot-com boom started, and there was more and more need for Linux developers. I got a job being a Linux kernel developer full-time, and haven't looked back since. It's been a great, great opportunity, and I really enjoy doing this. Linux is an operating system. At its core, it's just a kernel. It talks to the hardware, it makes the hardware work, it makes it able to run programs that do what you want to do. It's very unique in the fact that there are lots of other operating systems out there, but our development community is very different. We have over 2,000 developers every year contributing to it from over 400, maybe 500 companies. It's the largest single software project ever in the history of mankind. We contribute at a rate of about 10 patches a day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week go into this code. It's constantly updated, constantly revised, constantly changing because the world changes and we have to react to a changing world. If an operating system stops changing and the world, of course, doesn't stop changing, it will die. Linux constantly is improved, constantly is updated in order to handle the changing world. The more you know about Linux, the better off you can be. Linux is used everywhere and we need help using it. There's almost no part of the world that does not use Linux. If you have skills in Linux, we have tons of jobs out there. We need people who are programmers, we need people who are sysadmins, we need people to document the stuff, we need people to test the stuff. And it's a fun thing to play with. You can play with it and create things out of it, so you can also have fun while you're doing it, and you help feel that you're part of a larger community that's doing something great. This course will teach you the fundamentals of what Linux is, how to use the command line, how to use the graphical interface. It is self-guided. You can sign up for it at any time and take it at your own pace. Thank you for your interest in Linux. I hope you enjoy the course. Linux is a wonderful experience. It provides great opportunities for jobs, for future, for creating new and wonderful devices. I hope you enjoy this.